So we would be continuing with the errors, and in the previous video we have discussed what is an error and what is accuracy and precision. Here we are going to deal with different types of errors. So errors can be of three different types. It is systematic error, random error and gross error. Systematic error is that by the term itself we can understand it is something we do in a systematic way, but you get some uncertainty in the measurement values. That is called the systematic errors. So systematic errors can be caused due to these five different cases. The first one is instrumental error. That is, it is due to some variations in the instrument. And the systematic error is that cannot be producing that can be producing some inaccuracies, and it is not reproducible at all, and this persists throughout the entire experiment. Instrumental error, as I said, it is due to the variations in the instrument by itself, but that is during the time of manufacturing and some calibration mistakes in the instrument. This instrumental error would occur, and we cannot change any correct any instrumental errors. Only you have to find the other instrument, and or else you have to check with the instrument and recorrect it. Next is imperfection in the experimental procedure. This is due to the changes or the arrangement we miss out in the experimental procedure. The procedure what we do for the experiment, you do some imperfections in that procedure, then it causes some errors in the final value. And it can also be the when you follow some procedure, you miss out some procedure in the experiment, and you have some mild imperfections in the value and use that values in the calculation, then this will be continuing with the calculations also and in the final result also, then that is called as your imperfection in the experimental procedure. Then the third one is called the personal error. It is simple that it is due to the persons who take the experiments and who know the values in the experiments, or who take the measurements. Because of some variations or some eyesight problems or something like that, or the way you see the measurements of your scales or something like that, and the sight problem or something you would have, and due to some carelessness in noting the value or else setting up the instruments in the initial value, someone makes some changes, then this is all deals with the personal error. Then errors due to the external causes, that is due to the external condition, that is the temperature, humidity or the pressure in the external environment may cause some errors in some kind of experiment and some kind of measuring values, then that is called as the fourth type of error, that is errors caused due to the external conditions. And the final error can be of least count error. This least count is what we have dealt in the vernier caliper and the screw gauge. This least count is the smallest value that can be measured by the measuring instrument, that is the smallest possible value. And you have to set up the least count value, and this least count value has to be taken for all the calculations. When you make some small point value difference in the least count, then that causes the least count error in all the calculations that we proceed. So this is all the systematic error. The second type of error is that random error. By the term itself you can understand random is that it is not the repeated value. Once in a 5 or 6 measurement value you get random error, that is randomly you get some point value changes, that is called as the random error. And this is not the predictable one, it is unpredictable, and it can be of any kind of reasons. It can be an instrumental error, it can be changes due to the external conditions or the personal error, whatever it is, but you get this type of error only in the random way. It is not in the repeated value as it gets repeated in all the cases of your measurements. And probably that we cannot go for the measurements with a single value. When you do some experiments also, what we do is to find the exact value without getting more errors. What we do, you go for the repeated measurements. It is not, we cannot stop with the same measurement value. So the repeated values is what is considered. This random error will not get repeated in all the measurements we take. So we have to go for the mean value of the measurements. Mean is nothing but the average value. So what is an average? See, if it is 10, 20, 30, the average, how will you find the average of all these three things? You have to go for add up all these values, 30, 20, 10, that is 60. You have to add up and divide by the number of values. How many number of values we have taken? 3. So you have to add up the value and the resultant should be divided by total number of values we have taken, 3 values. So when you do that, 20. So this 20 is the average for these 3 values. Similarly, when you go for the random error, I will get error only in 1 or 2 values. So you have to go for, to find the exact accurate value, you have to go for the mean. Mean is nothing but average. Mean value is also called as average. Average value is that you have to add up. See, first value plus second value plus third value till n values. You have to add up all the value and divide it by the number of values you have taken, n. This one can also be written in the symbolic terms as like this. See, divided by n you have, no, I have taken that separately, that is 1 by n. And this one is all adding up the values each term. a1 plus a2 plus a3, right? a1 plus a2 plus a3, it goes on till n. So this can be written as, this plus is called as sum, right? So you can go for the symbol called summation. This symbol is called summation. So what is the thing you are adding? It is a value for first trial, second trial, third trial, fourth trial. So it is, let me take it as I. This I value is from 1 to n, that is a1, a2, a3 till an. You have these values. See, I, instead of I am going for 1, 2, 3 till n. This is starting value, this is ending value. So from 1 to n you have to go for 1, 2, 3, 4 till n. So what we are doing with this a1 to an, you are going for summation, that is adding up all these values. This is symbolic notation for the summation. So summation of I equal to 1 to n ai, and this 1 by n separately. This is your mean. This one, if you go for this mean value, you would find the, you can remove and you can go for somewhat accurate value with the case of random errors. Then the final type of error is that gross error. This gross error is completely due to the sheer carelessness of the observer, only due to the carelessness of the observer, that is completely with the case of personal errors. So what are the things that the observer do in the case of personal error? That is, the carelessness of observer can be reading an instrument without setting it properly. For the case of screw gauge and least count, for the case of screw gauge and vernier caliper, you have to move the screw gauge and the vernier caliper to the initial point, set it up and find there is there any instrumental error, and then you have to proceed with the experiment. But some observers or some experimental persons wouldn't go for that and will start with the, without setting up the instrument, they'll just proceed with the experiment procedure. So this is one of the carelessness of the observer. Then the second carelessness of the observer could be taking the observation in the wrong manner without bothering the errors. And the third case can be recording the wrong observation, that is, as I said, because of the sight problem or because of the way in that the person take the measurements, he would make the wrong calculation and wrong observation. This is what, as I said, when you have, as the scales are very much minute and you see that because of your sight way, you find it to be 0.5, the other observer could find it to be 0.6, the mild variation because of the observer. This one is also the kind of gross error. And once this observed value is found to be somewhat, there is a mild uncertainty, mild error in this kind of observation, then this would proceed for the calculations also, so that the errors will be following in the calculations and in the final result also. So these cases are called as the gross errors. So these are three different types of errors. I hope you've understood.